Carlsbad is a place that we get a ton of reach outs and questions about. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 neighborhoods in Carlsbad you need to be considering. So whether you're moving to San Diego from a place very far away, like most of our clients, or maybe you've lived in San Diego for a few years and now you're thinking about buying and Carlsbad is on your radar, this video is for you. By the way, my name is Nick and you guys are reaching out all the time and we love helping you guys out. So if you're thinking about making a move in or around San Diego, just shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or just straight up give us a call so we can help you save a ton of time and help you with your real estate goals right here in, I guess, Carlsbad if you're watching this video. Now, the whole point of this video is to give you a very realistic idea of what it's like to call some of these neighborhoods home. We're gonna talk about what makes them so special, the home prices, the style of the homes, the proximity to things to do, just everything you're gonna wanna know. And as a North County native and somebody that's helped tons of people literally buy and sell in Carlsbad, we know this area so well, so we want to lay it all out there for you. So let's go ahead and get into neighborhood number 1, which is going to be La Costa. Now, La Costa is located in the more east to southeast section of Carlsbad if you're looking at the map, and it's actually a very, very big neighborhood, which we're going to break down for you guys. But there's actually a few things that really make this neighborhood pretty special in my opinion, and it's the accessibility to shopping is going to be the first one. You have so many great shopping centers there. You're very close to the Forum. You have the newer Beacon Shopping Center. You have 2 La Costa Town Centers. So you have a lot of accessibility, which is amazing. You also have the Omni La Costa, which is a resort and spa. So if you're looking to be a member somewhere, this is probably the spot because it's right in your backyard. And you also have access to pickleball, tennis. You're gonna have a spa there, you're gonna have a pool, and you're gonna have a golf course. So this is just right in your backyard and it gives you that kind of upscale feel over here. Another thing I really like is you have every walk of life in La Costa. I mean, you have retirees living here. You have people that have lived here since they were a kid and they still continue to choose to live here. And you have a ton of families. So you have a ton of variety back here, which is kind of keeps things spicy and new. And you also have a ton of different housing options, which we're about to jump into. Now, when it comes to the housing styles, this is a cool part about La Costa is you have different sections. So you have the newer section of La Costa, which is La Costa Greens. You got La Costa Oaks, where you can find those newer construction homes that have that more modern floor plan and they're just newer homes. But you also have these older neighborhoods where you have a ton of gorgeous custom homes that, you know, just has a lot more character, and you can find stuff with huge views. You can find stuff with an expansive big lot, pools, all that stuff. So you have a ton of variety. And when it comes to your choices, you of course are going to have single family homes, but you're also going to have a ton of townhome and condo choices as well. And I honestly think if you're looking for a townhome or a condo, La Costa is going to be one of the best spots to talk about, which we'll talk about prices here in a second. Homes in La Costa were built anywhere from the early 1970s up to some of these newer built homes that I was talking about, built in around 2010. Now the sizes are going to range from smaller condos around 800 square feet up to bigger single family homes upwards of about 5,500 square feet. And when it comes to budget and realistic price points, prices here in La Costa are going to start for single family homes right around $1.4 million, going well up above $6 million. And then if you're looking for a condo or a townhome, prices will start at about $650,000, going well up to about mid $1 millions. Overall, you have a ton of positives just right here in La Costa. You have 3 schools just within the neighborhood. You have 2 elementary, you have La Costa Canyon High School. Not to mention the accessibility over here is probably one of my favorites just because you have multiple shopping centers. So if you like to have short commutes to schools and to the grocery shopping and just retail shopping, this is gonna be a great community. And it's also one of the only neighborhoods where you have mixed options when it comes to housing, whether you want one of those older custom homes that might have a little bit more character and a little bit different of an architecture style, and newer built homes, so you have both of those choices. Next up, we're gonna head over to Aviara, which is just west of La Costa, and it's actually a little bit closer to Interstate 5, so if you have to commute very often and hop on the freeway, or maybe you're looking to be a little closer to the beach, this is gonna shave some time off of your commute. Aviara is also special in a few different ways, and the first one being it just has this real scenic beauty. Whenever I drive through this community, you just have this real sense of tranquility. There's big mature trees everywhere. You have big pine trees that literally line the street. You have rolling hills, and it just has this very upscale feeling over there, especially with some of these homes back there. Once you drive around, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's very clean, very well maintained. You also have the Bataquitos Lagoon over here, so you got some trails and some great bird watching. I mean, it's just a very peaceful and relaxing area. Also, if you're an avid golfer or you just like having those resort style amenities, this is going to be a great location as well because it's home to the Aviara Golf Club as well as the Park Hyatt Aviara Resort. And if you have kiddos, Aviara is going to be great as well because it's home to the Aviara Oaks Elementary and Middle School, which makes it very ideal for families, and it's a very short commute from your house. And when it comes to the housing style, Aviara is primarily going to feature a lot of single family homes. Maybe you want something in a gated community, you're going to have options for that. But you also do have some options for townhomes as well. Now, homes in Aviara were primarily built in the early 1990s and the early 2000s, and single family homes typically range from about 2,000 square feet to up and over 5,000 square feet, and townhomes and condos generally range from about 1,300 square feet up to about 2,500 square feet. Now, if Aviara is sounding pretty attractive and you want to buy something in here, prices for a townhome are typically going to start at about $900,000 going up to about $1.5 million. And if you want to buy a single family, those are usually going to start at about $1.5 million, going well up and above $3.5 million. So overall, some of the positives are Aviara is just going to have a very upper class feeling. It's very well maintained, a very walkable area. If you like to just spend time outdoors, you want to walk around the Bataquitos Lagoon, or maybe you just want to get your steps in and walk your dog, this is going to be an awesome location. And if you guys are getting any value from this video, it would mean the absolute world to us if you go down there and hit that like button. And remember, as much as we love making these videos for you guys, we love helping you with your real estate needs just a little bit more. So feel free to reach out. All of our information is right there down below. Next, we're going to head over to Bressi Ranch, which is pretty centrally located for the most part. It's right there off of Palomar Airport Road, which is great for accessibility reasons. Now, Bressi Ranch is a thoughtfully designed master plan community with this real charming, kind of like village-like atmosphere. Everything is very clean and well maintained throughout the entire community. You're going to have an assortment of parks, and you're also going to have some community perks as well. You have some clubhouses, you're going to have a pool, a spa, basketball courts, and again, a ton of parks. And these parks, people are actually out at all times of day, like playing out here. So it provides this real active lifestyle, which we love to see. Now, another thing is, this is very, very family oriented back here. You have a ton of community events with like concerts in the park. You're going to have movies in the park, especially during the holidays. This is a type of neighborhood that every single house is literally decked out in either Christmas or Halloween stuff. But hands down, the biggest highlight of all is the walkability in this community. You have the Bressi Ranch Town Center, which is literally, I mean, depending on where you live in Bressi Ranch, you can walk there. You have a Trader Joe's, you got a Sprouts, and you have so many options when it comes to eating and dining out. I mean, you have a ton of great things in there. You have corner pizza, you're gonna have a Bird Rock for coffee, you're going to have a Casero for Mexican food, margaritas, all that stuff. So this is gonna be the biggest highlight of all. The housing styles in Bressi Ranch is mostly single family homes, although you do have a really small section of townhomes, but the architectural designs back here really vary, which is pretty cool. You have everything from craftsman to a little bit of Mediterranean, even some Spanish style designs, which, you know, just adds to the character. Now, homes were built really in the mid 2000s, with most construction being completed between 2003 and 2007. And home sizes are really going to range, especially for single family homes, from about 2,000 square feet to over 5,000 square feet. Prices here in Bressi Ranch for a single family home are typically going to start right around $1.5 million, going well up and above $3 million. And for a townhome, you can find something starting right at about $1.2 million. Now, some of the major overall positives of this place is that it is just a great place for family. It's got a really strong sense of community, really easy to meet people, and obviously that walkability to shopping. That's a game changer. That's what everybody wants. You have a Trader Joe's right there, a Sprouts, ton of grocery options, and just some dining options, even if you want to go grab a beer. Next, we're going to head over to a neighborhood known as Old Del Mar. Now, this is going to be located on the west side of Carlsbad, and it's actually just east of I-5, just a few minutes drive from the beach in Carlsbad Village. And this place is really special because it's completely different than any of the neighborhoods that we've talked about or are going to talk about, in the sense of you have all older custom homes back here. Well, I shouldn't say all older. You have a lot of, homes that have been leveled, and you have brand new, beautiful, modern homes built up there. So you have a lot more character in this neighborhood. A lot of this area, you really don't have sidewalks. It's more of like the windy roads, the big mature trees. So it's just a little bit different than a lot of the areas we've talked about. Old Carlsbad is really just going to consist of single family homes, but again, you have a ton of different architectural styles. Like I mentioned, you're gonna have mid-century modern, craftsman, Cape Cod, you name it, you can probably find it over here. And a lot of the homes are really built from the early 1900s, really all the way up to the mid 2000s. So all over the place. And home sizes here in Old Carlsbad are gonna range from about 1,200 square feet going up to over 5,000 square feet. So you're gonna have a ton of options for different family sizes and preferences. Prices for a single family home are going to start on the low end at about $1.5 million, going well up to about $4 million. So overall, the positives over here are that you just don't really have any track homes. It's going to be a neighborhood that just has those older custom homes. So there's a lot more character, not to mention you're gonna find homes on bigger lots, and you're really close to the beach in Carlsbad Village. Lastly, we have Rancho Carrillo, which is gonna be located on the east side of Carlsbad, kind of that northeast region right there. And this is gonna be one of your best bangs for your buck, in my opinion, because you have a ton of different options for condos, townhomes, and single family homes. And it gets you into that Carlsbad region for a little bit less of a price. Not to mention you're really close to the Bressy Ranch Shopping Center, so you have all those amenities over there. And if you like to get outside, this is probably a community with some of your best network of trails. I guarantee you if you walk out your front door there, you could even walk a couple blocks, you're probably gonna have a trailhead really close to you that helps get you outside. As mentioned, the housing style in Rancho Carrillo are some of your most diverse, where you have a lot of options for smaller condos, you have some bigger townhome options, and you have a lot of single family options. And homes over here were built really in the late 1990s and early 2000s, with most construction being completed by the mid 2000s. And home sizes here are gonna range from about 1,200 square feet going up and over 4,000 square feet. When it comes to price points, condos and townhomes typically range from about $700,000 going up to $1 million, while single family homes usually range from about $1.2 million going up and over $2.5 million. So overall, the positives over here in Rancho Carrillo is, first one being, it's one of the best bangs for your buck. If you're trying to get into Carlsbad, this is gonna be one of your lower priced areas where you can still find some really good options. Not to mention, if you like getting outside and having those trails just really close to your house, this is going to be an amazing spot. And again, I wanted to give you the most realistic idea on what it's actually like to call these places home. That way you're making the best decision for your future move. And guys, we know these areas like the back of our hand, and we love to save you a lot of time and just help you make that decision and feel more good about making that decision. So all of our information is right there down below. We'd love to help you. Just reach out. And we have a couple videos right here that'll be extremely helpful as well. I'll see you there.